Welcome to the Catch-Up Roundtable. I'm your host, Shy.
And I'm Marvin.
It's your girl, Tausha.
And we're here in Houston, Texas with our live audience. Here we talk about today's hottest topics, entertainment, relationships, and just all things relevant to our lives. So I know today, in today's time, it's a lot going on, right?
For sure.
Yeah. Do you guys have Corona?
I do have Corona. I got a couple of Coronas.
Well, good. Let me get you some hand sanitizer because we all know that's sold out everywhere.
It's sold out everywhere.
And you got to stay strapped these days.
So I kicked somebody out of my office today.
Oh.
Because they sneezed.
Okay.
He sneezed and I was like, you got to go. And I was serious.
Wow.
I meant that. And he really got out. And I felt kind of bad, but I just...
That is... You are intense. She's like, I'm not getting sick no more.
I mean, they're not coming to your store with...
Oh, for sure, but I try to stay in the back.
There were actually 2 cases of the coronavirus found in North Houston. After actually, doing some testing, they saw that the 2 people actually brought it into Houston, so it wasn't in Houston. They traveled outside and came back, so...
Yeah,
pretty serious.
I believe that.
So I heard it was in Sugarland. Anybody here live in Sugarland? You gotta be careful.
Give her some of this. Hold on.
Come on, sis. Yeah.
No, definitely. I mean, it's a scary thing. I heard somebody at Rice University had it. I heard they were also hiding it because of the rodeo.
Yeah, they don't want to lose money.
There's a lot of rumors, which I think is why people start getting scared.
Yeah.
Right.
But, I mean, 2 cases is not a lot, but it can turn into a lot.
So they canceled South by Southwest. What y'all think about that? I just found out right before I got here that they canceled South by Southwest.
Okay, we're gonna have to take a break. What?
Yeah.
So all
You just
2
now
weeks?
find-
No, literally, I'm just finding this out.
I don't know if it's all 2 weeks. I know that they canceled South by
I was
Southwest.
just on the website today too. That's nuts. I'm shook.
Yeah.
So are they doing like all of the panels and everything, or are they just doing like...
Don't ask me.
Yeah, they
I don't
can't
work for
cancel the
South by
whole
Southwest.
thing.
That's just what I heard. But don't shoot the messenger.
She got the intel.
Don't shoot the messenger. Don't sneeze on me either.
That's huge if they cancel that.
It's work trips being canceled, international travel for a lot of companies.
And I got some
But that leaves
plans.
room for like other events to happen. Somebody might be able to capitalize off of South by Southwest being down.
So y'all want to throw something in Houston?
Well, it'd be in Austin. Everyone's already going to Austin.
No, they're going to cancel that trip.
Oh, can you?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's nuts. He said, let's do something in Houston. He's thinking money. This is the money dude right here.
No, but I mean, with the elections this week, they're saying that Congress is investing $8.3 billion to fight Corona. I don't know what that means. How does Congress fight coronavirus? No, I'm dead. I'm dead
They
ass
said
serious.
everybody
Like,
get an emergency.
How
They
does
said airborne for everybody. We getting...
I can't even find bottled water, though. So
What?
I went to Walmart the other night. No bottled water. No Lysol wipes, no nothing. So
But they're always finding ways for us to actually invest money into something that we don't know what it goes towards. So.
Oh right, yeah, absolutely.
So they're gonna find a way to raise the 8.3 billion
yeah.
to fight it. So.
Well, hopefully nobody's gouging like hand sanitizer, or was that what it's called when you like raise the price?
Oh yeah.
And that's
like
horrible.
$10 for this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope nobody's doing
That's
that.
likely. That's likely.
Because that's what they did for Harvey too with the water.
I should have
Yes.
bought up a bunch and sold it out of my trunk.
Okay.
I should have bought up a bunch of. You know what? I should have pulled a Meg the Stallion. Worked around the system. You know what I mean?
Speaking of Meg the Stallion, what do you guys think about the actual, feud she has going on with 1501?
She dropping an album tomorrow. Sis did that.
Yeah.
She played that.
She's using. Yeah, of course, it's a smart move. I'm in between. I see both sides. And again, I guess we don't really know the true story. She posted on her Instagram, stating facts that is like public knowledge from, you can go online and see it. So it's interesting. I think still though, you never know the true details. But I mean, both, I feel like it's like I'm in between. I'm completely torn because I see both sides completely.
So I'm thinking from a standpoint of the label, since I deal a lot with music. Just to play devil's advocate,
Okay.
don't shoot me.
Okay.
All right, so if you get an artist, so let's just say you 1501, you get another Megan Thee Stallion, you invest so much money into that product when it's nothing to when it becomes something. It's like you want to not only reap the benefits, early when it's starting to, bubble, but like once it becomes something, like you still feel like you're a part of that situation because you helped it get to where it was when it was nothing. So it's like you want to be a part of every phase of it and reap benefits from every stage. So from my standpoint, I think if I'm leaning more towards the 1501 side because I know what it's like to be on the side to invest in something and then watch it leave after it gets to a certain point.
But if she had a brand, right? She had a brand. She built that. They invested in that. Barely though. She
had a brand. However, who knew her before 1501?
I don't know who knew her. Maybe they put the money behind marketing her, but at the same time, she's the one that's driving the boat.
How was she getting on
She's driving the boat.
Big shows?
She's shaking her, she doing the thing.
Well, that's what a label does. But so a label is supposed to do that. They're supposed to give you money to produce these videos and give you money to put on shows and whatnot.
Right.
And then, but again, what's wrong with a renegotiation? Yeah, that was last year.
But if they weren't
right, you paying me $15,000 and you made $7.3 million off of me,
just like
and I made
job.
$50,000 off of my show. Yep. Something is not adding up.
Just like any job,
it's like
it's a year later,
right?
You go through your
performance review, your evaluation process. At this point, you're making $7.3 million.
How long was the contract?
I don't know. You tell us.
We have to pull that up.
Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out because if you want to renegotiate before the end of your contractual agreement,
I think it was I think that's what it was. It was like they were renegotiating a new contract because the other one's about to end.
So I didn't get that information right there that it was ending. I just got that she wanted to renegotiate. If you want to renegotiate, let's just say we do a business deal today and we say it's 3 years, and at the end of a year you want to renegotiate because you're getting bigger, you're making more money. It's like I don't want to renegotiate this. I like where we going. I like what's happening. Yeah. I invested my money. Yeah. This is what we agreed to. This is where we are.
But
if
what
you
happened?
Agree to it, stick it out to the end of it. Once it's done, if you're done, then be done with it. But then at that point, if we say, let's go back into another situation, now you got room to negotiate something different. But at that point, it's like you already said, this is what we agreed to. You had an opportunity to have your mama read it, your daddy, your cousins, your aunties,
but your mama,
uncles.
your daddy, your cousins, your aunties, uncles, they don't really know what they're doing.
True.
So she had Auntie B and Uncle Jay come knocking at her door, and they was like, "Oh, you got talent. Let us take you."
Who fought is
that? And she saw value in them too. Although 1501 did their part at the beginning, at some point you move on. Are you at the same place you were 5 years ago? No.
Everybody can move on. You don't have to move on from that group of people or that situation. Everybody could gradually move forward. Everybody grows.
So did you read the part where she was like getting threatened by 1501 and Jay
Restraining
Prince
orders
and
had to be in place.
like.
It's getting its
How aggressive?
Well, she put a restraining order.
How aggressive will a label
restraining
get?
order don't mean that they actually did something to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, how many times do people put restraining order, like men or women put restraining orders on the other, to make it look a certain way for the public?
Yeah, but if somebody is trying to buy you and telling you that you can no longer do anything that you want to do,
music.
You can't put out music, you can't put out videos, and while you're at the peak of your moment, that's detrimental to an artist. Like at this moment in time, if they did that, that would be detrimental to her career.
I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna leave it at this. This is how I feel. I feel like in the beginning they had high hopes and they invested so much because that was the biggest talent that they had.
Right.
Yeah.
So they invested so much into that one person. So to see her say, you know what, I'm done with y'all, I'm moving on. I got Rock Nation, I got 300.
She wanted to a higher percentage. She said she wasn't done. She said I want to renegotiate,
but
get a higher percentage.
After all this stuff came public, like it was no point prior to it going public where she like, well, I just want to renegotiate. It was
How do you know that?
Because we ain't hear it.
She probably went to them and was like, listen, I need a little bit more. And they probably was like, nah, bruh. Which is normal. Again, so I see both sides. Because, again, you have this contract. It is what it is. But, no, she probably went to them. I'm positive she probably went to them first before she went on Instagram Live.
I think 1501 should just make it their business to be a startup record label. If they feel like that's what they do, and artists are going to continuously do this to them, because that was his statement. I feel like I always get shot in the foot. Okay, well then be a startup record label. Make your little money and then move on to the next. It's plenty of talent.
Yeah, and I think Rock Nation was just they're not her record label. It was a management contract.
Okay, so help me understand that. What's the difference between a management contract and then the record label managing you?
And that's a great question. But I don't think it probably intertwined somehow, which is probably why there's so much tension with these two. Again, lawsuits, restraining orders, whatever. But I remember when it first came out that she was doing something with Roc Nation, she said specifically, this is their management,
Right.
This is my label.
I saw something on social media that was like R&B is dead. We're missing R&B.
Right.
A lot of artists are not. But if you go on YouTube and put in Division,
Yes, I love Division.
Okay, it's gonna play so much R&B music that we are missing out on that
Division's
nobody
great.
even listens to. You
Yeah.
know who Davidson is? Okay.
Like, Drake.
Division.
Well, yeah.
I keep saying Davidson.
No, Division.
Division.
And they're great. And I've been fans since like the September 5th album.
Okay.
They're amazing. I saw them at Warehouse Live. Drake popped out on September 5th. And so they're amazing. And so, yeah, R&B is definitely not dead, especially according to Jacquees.
Oh, gosh.
The king of R&B.
Gosh. Here we go.
The king.
Here we go. Okay, who's yours?
If I had to pick somebody, I guess that is a little less known, I would say Rex Life Raj. I'm a huge fan of Rex Life
idea
Raj.
who that is.
I know. That's why I
What's
wanted
his
to pick
style?
somebody so everybody would.
What's his style?
It's more of a. He can sing / hold a note,
Okay.
but he's more of a rapper.
Oh, interesting.
Okay.
But it's like intertwined with like real life events and real life thoughts and things. It's like you could really. I wanna say he's more like an updated Drake.
Okay. I was like, when you said
Updated
this,
Drake.
Updated.
Drake keeps updating himself though, so.
He's an updated Drake.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay, so who's somebody we know that you rock with?
I don't really like music today.
Okay, so Marvin said he was gonna be the serious one, and this is like really serious.
I'm so old school. It's not even.
Okay, who
funny.
you like old school?
I'm gonna listen to some Isleys.
Okay.
In the car.
Yeah.
Right. Who's in your? Who's
Like
on
you was
your
late
play-
today.
yeah,
You was
who-
listening to the Isley Brothers on your way here.
So I listened to on the way here. I was listening to Jamie Foxx, the old Unpredictable.
Interesting. I might need to listen. I might need to run that
Jamie
back.
Foxx.
You was listening to some
No, I
baby
love a
making music.
throwback, but
Some baby making music.
I like music when it was pure. It ain't pure no more. You know, not to disrespect anybody who's making music currently, but a lot of these young guys, it's like you can make a song about anything, and then you would hear, like, I would literally listen to people's music, and I'd be like, that's never gonna make it, and then it'd be on the radio.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want to say any names or do anything like that, but I've sat with plenty of people where I'd be like, oh yeah, this not gonna go next door. And then they touring and they doing songs with people that are in the industry who make real music, and more serious music, or you know.
Man,
And
so
I'd
you're
be
not
like-
feeling Summer Walker.
I feel like our music is too like anti-men and sad. It's too anti-men. Like I can get in the car and listen to that. Like most of her music is about her being cheated on or how she's upset with men.
Is that not the real though?
I feel like
Is that not relevant to a lot of women?
I feel like she sat in a group of angry women and created an album.
Angry.
No,
Angry.
I disagree.
Oh my god.
No one's angry.
That's just how I feel.
Maybe frustrated. Yeah.
Maybe.
But again, you
frustrated.
even with this. I like her songs.
I'm not frustrated with men, so it's not something I can sit and listen to. Like I don't. That's not where I'm at. Like I don't. That's not my vibe.
Well, Roddy Ricch, because that's
Roddy Ricch is hot. Roddy Ricch is hot.
So,
the baby.
I feel
the baby
like Roddy Ricch. Just since you mentioned him,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's situational music. Like I can only listen to that in the club. Like I wouldn't ride in my car listen to. He had like a song or two, but it's like, what is the box about? Somebody explain the box.
So if you watch the
I done
video,
put a
if you
stick
watch
in
the
box.
video,
I
the
didn't
box,
hit a lick in the box.
the box is the
What is
the
the
chamber
box?
in the back of the bank. He's like robbing the bank.
So he put a stick in the back of the bank.
No, like the stick in the lock to unlock it. So now he's in the box, like with the bank where they hold the gold.
So everything about that song is the back of the bank.
I mean, I think he's just talking about getting money, like
I think
all the other songs in the world.
I think
talking
I
about
just got to be in the
getting money.
club to listen to that song. Like a lot of his music is just like club music. You know what
I mean, a lot of music today is not relatable, but we listen
lot
to
of
it
it.
because we like the beat. It makes people twerk, you know, and that's a thing.
For me, music is situational. If I'm in the car, I'm a drive to certain things. Like I'll listen to Dom Kennedy.
Yeah, I love Dom.
I like
will
Dom.
I will
I like
ride
Dom.
to Dom all day.
Nipsey, you know.
Right, Dom, Nipsey, like really a lot of LA music.
Yeah,
BJ the Chicago Kid.
yeah, I rock with
You know,
BJ.
it's just certain things like you could ride to, but you wouldn't listen to that music when you get in the club. You're not gonna play Dom Kennedy
Well,
in
for
the club.
sure,
right?
we're not gonna listen to Snow Allegra in the club.
Right. So it's like situational music.
But
so
it still
a lot
could
of
be
these,
good music.
Right. A lot of these artists today for me is like club music, and I'm not a big club person. So
Okay.
it's like, for me, when I'm doing certain things, I listen to certain music. So
That's what's up.
for me.
For him.
So we moving into our next topic, and that is relationships. I think it's the most unwanted topic probably for all of us.
For sure, for me.
But I'm for sure it's a fan favorite though. So I know everybody gonna wanna, chime in.
Okay,
On this one,
so I'm gonna throw y'all this question.
Okay.
What do y'all feel about your friends not holding you accountable in your romantic relationships? Let that be marriage or dating. You friends with somebody and you want to take their side. You want to let them do them.
Right.
Y'all going out to the club, drinking. You just let anything slide. Why do you feel in this day and age so many relationships are failing while our friendships are just thriving and growing, and we got all of these networks of people who love us, but our love lives are falling by the wayside? Why do you think that
One
is?
second.
No, Marvin, start with this.
All right, I'm definitely
Yeah,
ready
Mr.
going
Serious,
on this
go
one.
I know. Okay. He's going in.
Yeah. This is before I answer your question. I want to say this. I feel like this generation is so different with relationships because even taking it back to the music, what you hear on the radio, what you see around you, it's kind of like, for society, this is what they put out there, and people, the younger generation, latch on to what they hear and what they see.
Okay.
You might hear someone walk up bashing men, but she in a whole relationship and talking and being in love in a whole
Talking
relationship.
about previous experiences, but I
Right.
get you.
And
Yeah.
people hear that, or the city girls, for example, rich ass bitch, give a fuck about a nigga, and then everybody they want to sing or something, and they really feel like that's their life, and then you got a city girl that's booed up with a baby and all that, and this is like
That's true.
what they hear and what they seeing, like in the open public, is how the younger generation portray that. And I feel like that's what's wrong with the younger generation, because
So we'd rather show that we don't have anybody to love when we really do.
correct.
So you support your friends and acting like they're not in love.
I'm just playing devil's advocate right now.
Okay.
Because
so,
I feel
so
like
I'm talking
everybody
about
gonna say
your
the
homeboy is.
politically
Let me
correct thing.
Yeah, give an example.
lay it straight.
Yeah.
You and your homeboy go to the club. Your homeboy married. He slipped his ring off in his pocket before y'all go out. And y'all macking on the hoes. Hey, you see that one? Yeah, that ass nice. Let's get it.
No, put the finger back.
That one looking at you.
Right.
Okay, bro, you married. You don't have anything to say. You just gonna, oh yeah, that's cool. It's just one night. I know he not gonna like her. He gonna go home to his wife and his baby, and they gonna do that thing. So, what is the mindset? Like, how do you feel about everybody just kind of letting any and everything slide when it comes to holding your friends accountable? You stand by these guys at the altar, and then y'all go to the club and you stand by their side while they macking on some other chicks.
See, you taking this deep right now. You taking this deep.
That's what we supposed to. I'm scratching below the surface.
That's a whole different
You
situation.
standing at the altar with them. You standing at the altar with
You
them.
can't do it if I'm standing at the altar. But it's two different type of
You
people.
you're not gonna let him slide his ring off on
friend is a
vacation.
friend.
Y'all on another
Nah,
nigga's
it's two different type of
bachelor
people.
party.
Okay, look. So
You
check
got your
this out.
whole friends and you're not whole friends?
Nah. See, you taking that out of context. This is what I'm saying. You got your day ones, and then you got like associates. The associate I might have met through another person.
So you gonna let him do whatever? Like, that's not my business.
Okay,
That
let's
ain't my
say
business.
That's
friends.
not my business.
Let's
Okay.
say
The
friends.
associate-
We talking about your friend.
Your friend.
My day one.
You call him a friend.
Friends. This is your friend.
Nah.
What you gonna say?
I'm gonna hold them accountable. Like my day one's not gonna.
What you gonna say?
My day one.
They're not gonna do that.
They not gonna do
What you gonna say, Marvin?
They not gonna take it off first and foremost. But if they were to take, the ring off, like I would question being around them and how they maneuver, because that's just some sneaky stuff. Like I don't.
Great. That's good to hear.
I'm an upfront person, and so if I'm in a relationship, like I'm not gonna be taking off rings, and I'm gonna be straightforward. So if I'm dealing with people that act in that type of manner, like I'm gonna question our relationship and how they maneuver, because I don't be
There's no
around.
loyalty.
That's a great point.
Right,
I
there's
don't
no
be around
loyalty.
people that's not straightforward.
Absolutely.
Knowingly be around people that's not straightforward, unless, like I said, it's an associate type of person that, like right now, if we took somebody that I don't know from behind the bar and we all went to go hang out, right now, we might have hung out 3 or 4 times, but I don't know you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
no, I'm
can't-
talking about
you take a ring
friends.
off.
I'm talking about a friend. I'm talking about
Right.
somebody who
That
comes to the
person-
house,
no.
somebody who you talk to at least once a week, somebody who you invite places that you want to go
that
because you
know the significant other.
Yeah, like I'm talking
So
about
then
that.
I know their relationship. I know their
You know that,
significant other.
you cool
Yeah.
with them. You
Okay.
at their kids' birthday parties,
All right,
like.
so now this is me being straightforward, honest. I've had a situation similar to that.
And what happened?
We had they ain't slip off a ring, but they was in a committed relationship. And so I asked questions like, what's going on with y'all? And they was like, well, we going through, some
And it's
times.
okay if you go. That's everybody's
I'm just-
excuse, though.
I'm just
That's the
telling
first
you that.
excuse. Oh, we going through.
Right.
So yeah, we going out tonight.
So
all right.
if they going through their thing, it's like you can't tell that person like you don't know exactly what they've been through. Maybe the other person cheated on them, and they're like, you know what? I'm just about to let my hair down, let loose. I'm just speaking.
So you
Two
cheat
rights
back.
don't make a wrong.
Yeah, you
and
cheat back.
marriage is different. If it was just a relationship,
2 rights don't make a wrong.
I mean, 2 wrongs don't make a right.
I was about to say.
Sorry. So yeah, I feel like if you're married, you should definitely have said something. If your friend was married.
He wasn't married, but that's
Okay.
why-
So let's flip this to get the heat off of Marvin.
Yeah.
Because we know
Marvin,
that
we
women
on you hot.
Women
That's
women don't cheat. So
Wow.
nah.
Wow.
Okay, I'm playing. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that.
Wow.
I'm not gonna say that. But we maneuver a little bit differently. We maneuver a little bit
Real
differently.
ass bitch.
It's easier. It's easier for us to just be friends, and then friendships escalate into other things. So in that instance, like women have a lot of honest conversations, and we usually talk about things before they actually happen.
Don't direct something like that at me because I don't agree with that.
No,
I don't agree
I'm
with that.
saying guys sometimes are more in the moment. Like we went out and that happened. Women are more so like, girl, I've been looking at this person and I think they fine, and and so how do we have that conversation with our friends to say, like, you already got something good at home. Like I don't know if he cheating, and that's the thing. We always in the back of our head like. We know we don't think he faithful or we don't think she faithful or whatever it is. And so how do you think we maneuver that conversation if that's a similar situation?
That's tough. I've never been in that situation. But I think it is a little different as far as how we go about things, as like she said, Shai said. But I think women, we're more calculated, like you said.
Right.
So we think about things, we're more emotionally involved.
Yeah.
So I think if I was in that scenario, I would definitely tell my girlfriend, yeah, girl, and I've said that before, like somebody that I'm like, don't mess this up. Like he's great. Mm-hmm. And if
Did she mess it up?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. And then I told her, don't do it again. Just stuff like that. Like little things, nothing crazy, not cheating or anything, but. I've said that several times. Like, this is a great guy.
What's little things not cheating?
Well,
what's cheating?
I think she went through.
Wait,
not
what's the
cheating.
definition
no,
of cheating?
Not
She said
cheating.
little things not cheating. I wanna know what's
so
little
like she went
things-
through his phone.
Okay.
Specifically. So no.
She set herself up.
Oh God, we be going through phones. Hold on, I can't say nothing.
We go through phones.
I go
now
through
that's
phones.
a whole different segment of topics. Like we're not talking about going through phones right now, but
I mean, and to go off what you were saying, I feel like even older men, I feel like they have older friends too that might be single, and how we were talking about, you only see one side, and so that's why I was like, I don't think it's just generational. I've seen older men 40 plus with their 40 plus friends, all single, just because of one little thing or whatever the girl did. Nothing serious. So I don't think it's just generational. I think this generation does have
commitment issues.
Yeah,
We
quick
have
to break
commitment
up.
issues.
Yeah, quick to break up.
Yeah.
Like, I'll go on to the next. But I think that your friends should hold you accountable. My friends usually do. They'll be like, oh yeah, again, with my friend, you should have went through his phone. I do it, but you shouldn't have did it. This guy, you had no reason. I had reason, but she didn't have any reason.
Everybody feel like they have a reason.
Well, no, but she knew.
well,
She
because
knew
if
she
you're
had a
looking for
reason.
something, you're gonna find something.
Right.
You're gonna find something. You're gonna twist something to make it be something.
Right.
If it's not something, it's gonna because you looked, you have to make yourself think
Right.
that you
Oh yeah,
found
you're
something.
definitely gonna find something. But yeah, so I don't think it's just generational, and I think especially with men, they were like, oh, she tripping, whatever. No, like maybe it's you, maybe it's your friend. Like he messes up too. he does things that probably wasn't right. Again, and it's much more than I think just cheating talk. Because there's a lot of relationship issues that have nothing to do with cheating.
But what about being that person? Like, I feel like sometimes I'm that person that needs to be held
Absolutely.
accountable. And that's just honestly speaking, because I've been in multiple situations where I'm just like, I don't care. You know, it's not nothing that I really feel like I need to have to care about. And me and my friends, we have a great time. We do. We have a great time, and a lot of things are allowed. And I think at some point when you have relationships with people, you have to be real and just start saying, like, all right, y'all, it's time to draw a line somewhere.
Yeah.
Because I love you and I love the people that you bring around, and I want y'all to succeed together.
Absolutely.
Or I think that you should just succeed by yourself and not even entertain whatever you got going on, because it's now not benefiting you to the point that you don't care enough to respect it. So I think just having those honest conversations with your friends, your family members, would definitely make the world a better place.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, and sometimes their opinions, again, that's why a lot of people, you take opinions from other single friends, sometimes it's not the best
Right.
advice. Or if you're married and you're taking advice from your non-married friends,
Yeah, it's a little difficult.
sometimes it's not good advice.
Yeah.
I think to touch on what you just said, I had a brain fart. But
So we're going to take a question from the audience right now.
yeah.
Because we wrapping this thing up. So we're going to take a random whammy from anybody.
Random
out-
whammy.
A random
I like
whammy
it.
from anybody in the audience. It could be about anything.
About anything, okay.
It could be personal to one of us. It could be a
Make
random
it personal
today's
now. Hold on.
topic. It could be whatever y'all want. We're going to take a random whammy. Anybody got one to throw out?
You said you had a lot to say.
Yeah, I do. I'm just kind of like confused on what we were asking you the question. Like asking.
No, you can challenge something
Or
that we
talk about
said.
topic.
You can ask us a question.
I'm nervous now.
Not that I'm nervous. I feel like
No,
I'm
I'm
nervous.
nervous.
Oh,
I was like, hold on, what are you about to say?
Nervous song.
Oh, okay.
I think something is when y'all were talking about relationships, I feel like you gotta know who you're dealing with as a friend. You have to set expectations to say, you know, what you guys will and won't allow. And I feel like when he was talking about the generation that we're in right now, I think the most important thing in a relationship is you and the other person, y'all figure out what works best for y'all.
Right.
It's not the outside, like
Yes.
the standard, like, oh, you texting somebody else.
Yep.
That's not what you're supposed to do in a relationship. But if that works for us, then
Yep.
you can do that.
It's a great
Yeah.
point.
So I
Yeah.
think
Great
that's
point.
what it's really about. What works best for
Yep.
two people. Not
Yeah.
letting the outside
Yep.
image of what other people put out there that's not real
Yeah.
get in the way of what you and your partner have going on.
Totally agree,
That's
because
true.
Marvin's relationship might be completely different. He doesn't care about certain things,
Yeah.
and shy in mine. So that's a great point, and I've had several conversations about that, because it's like, yeah, like, oh, he trips because you don't text back right away, but the other, some dudes don't care.
Yeah.
Like, you busy, you at work, whatever. So totally, that's a great point.
Yeah.
I'm a real I don't like getting involved in other people's relationships or
Yeah.
situations. So that's why I
Yeah.
said, like, a lot of times if it's not like a day one, I don't have anything to do with it. Like, I don't know nothing, I don't see nothing, I ain't a part of nothing. But if it's a day one and it's somebody that I'm gonna see and I'm gonna be at the family function,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say something. So
Yeah.
I definitely
Right. If you're sitting back knowing, and I think especially if it's the other person that you personally know,
Yeah.
Right.
that might be affected by this. Like, again, if it is cheating, man, I don't know how people can really like sleep like that.
Yeah.
I feel uncomfortable, and I've been in those situations, and then sometimes you're like, okay, that's not my place, but man, it's very uncomfortable.
It's
Yeah.
never my place to go tell the person that's being
Right.
cheated on, but it's at
It's
that
tough.
moment is my place to tell the person, maybe it's not right. But to go and tell somebody else, like, you really like dead smack in the middle, because that person, they might not believe you and they might be
Yeah,
mad at you.
it's
And,
always- yeah.
and usually
Yeah.
they stay together anyway. So
I said, hold on.
now you're
Yeah.
no longer a friend and you can't come to the family functions
I got
anymore. So
I got you.
I want to be at the family functions.
Yeah.
I want
wants
to be
the
at the family
barbecues?
functions.
Yeah. Well, we're going to wrap this thing up, but it's been a great show.
Yes.
Just remember to take care of your physical health, take care of your emotional health, and get your money. And always be real with people, because that's what matters most. Thank y'all for tuning in to the Catch Up Roundtable.